Been focusing on doing a lot of buildings over the past few months, to say the least. Figured it's time to change it up and do a few vehicle builds. Stay tuned and let's see what I built lately. Alright, hello Lego friends, Matt from Brooks Bricks, back today with a video taking a look at a few recent vehicle MOCs that I built. Yes, I said that right, vehicle MOCs. It's actually been quite a while since I've done vehicle builds on my channel here. And to be honest, part of it's because I don't feel I've quite gotten up to snuff with really mocking out a lot of my own cars out. And part of it is I'm still very preferential more toward the 4 to 6 really it tops in terms of builds. I don't really care for anything bigger just because I use the classic style plates and things don't fit quite as well on that, and it harkens back to kind of the legacy and childhood stuff that I still like to enjoy. But let me go ahead and show you a few little builds that I've done, and I'm kind of happy with them. So let's get started. Alrighty, so first coming in, I've actually got a little delivery truck, a delivery van kind of thing here. And this was just kind of inspired by a couple things I saw on Instagram, very loosely based on that. So you can see this has one of those very old school chassis here that you saw in like late 80s, maybe early 90s vehicles, where you have the wheels that attach right to it. Very small 3 wide kind of builds here. But I really like kind of where this went. And it kind of has this large grille in the front, kind of a slightly raised hood here, large bumper, the larger old school windscreen. And I feel like it kind of is this almost like a European look maybe. Now of course I'm not a car expert by any means, so I can't say that, but it just kind of has this unique flair to it. And I really like it. On the back, took the sticker off of a couple bricks that I had and just figured I'd slap it on there just for some kind of identification, just to stand out. Do have a small cargo area in the back here, so that's kind of fun. So you can actually pop some stuff in here and transport it around. And I wanted to put something on there, some kind of branding. So I just took one of the sticker sheets I have from the Newberry train set that I've used for some other stuff and popped kind of the Universal Rail logo on here, transportation logo. I think it looks pretty good. The top here is actually a couple of these pieces here. I have a bunch of these I actually got in a pick-a brick haul, and it actually worked perfectly as I built this out to use this as the roof. And actually I like kind of the nice smooth slope look that this gives it, better than the original part that I was going to try. I got a couple of side mirrors on here as well, of course, so the driver can see. But yeah, nice little delivery van, so I'm very happy with that. I'll go ahead and pop in the next one. Alright, so this one here definitely harkens to the era of the 80s and 90s and the classic 4 wide stuff here. So this is built on the 4 wide traditional chassis here, which of course I've covered up most of it with some other stuff. But I also used like this classic kind of hood fender piece, which I thought was really nice. I like the look that gives it. Little cockpit driver space here. And I was going for a bit of a convertible look here, so above the rear fender we've got kind of a slope here to create kind of the nice trunk space, and then a convertible, you know, hatch that's down here, which I think it looks really good. And then in back I got a couple of exhausts kind of poking out with these bracket pieces on here, and then just a kind of traditional old school way of putting a couple of red transparent light pieces to create the back lights, the brake lights there. And I could have used some of the smaller old school wheels, but I kind of liked how these slightly fatter tire wheels looked on here. I think it kind of looks better. I like kind of the slightly larger than 4 wide, and I did add on after I showed this off on Instagram. Added on a couple of mirrors because I thought it needed a little bit more detail to kind of break up the uniformity of the side here. And added on a little kind of a fender. But yeah, very happy with that one too. Let's take a look at the last one I've got. Alright, and here comes the last one in. Oh, and this one's a bright one. So this one is built on the more traditional 4 wide chassis. that we're used to seeing in the 2000s on. This one was also a bit inspired by a lot of the common builds nowadays, and I wanted to try to do something with some azure. I have a couple of blues, I have the sports car builds from the 2021 set, and I wanted to do something else that had that nice blue. I love blue, I love these shades of blue and azure, so I wanted to do something else with that. And so this is kind of the end result. So a lot of this, fairly standard fare. I had to, because I don't have kind of those long U-shape. I'm not even sure what they are, but I can put them on here when I look them when I do the video afterwards. So I had to kind of modify the structure here a bit to kind of create that. It worked out pretty well. I like how this looks. Nice fender pieces here. You look underneath, you can kind of see. I actually used some slope pieces, cheese wedge pieces, to create just that back covering was set on the side building. Came out really well. Another convertible style here where I have kind of the hatchback, or the top is down here in the back hatch area. A little bit bigger, but I think the look comes out pretty well. Got a nice windscreen on here. Of course, we've got the side mirrors for the driver, and then a pretty standard rear bumper and license plate and the back lights, and got signal indicator lights behind that. So a lot of this is fairly standard, but I changed up kind of the side construction here just to use a lot of the same color and not dampen it out with gray or something else that I had. I really wanted to emphasize the azure here, and I did that. I do have a couple of tiles on order to replace these, so for now I just put on some regular blue. It does stand out, but I do want to replace those with azure just to kind of make it more uniform once I get that. But otherwise, yeah, I really like this build. Love the color. I love the fact that I was able to pop on these azure wheels to help it match, and it just looks pretty darn good. So that is that build. Let me go ahead and pop in the other guys again here. Yeah, so we got a little delivery van, delivery truck, got a nice little 4-wide kind of old school Corvette or convertible, and then a slightly more modern kind of sporty convertible there as well. I could have tried going the route of doing some roofs on these guys, but I was feeling the convertible style when I built these the other night, and I'm happy with how they came out. So I want to do a little video showing how these looked, because I haven't done videos on cars in a while. Maybe I'll do more. We'll see how it goes. Depends on if the bug bites me. But for now, hope you enjoyed that little look at some mock cars from my city of Brooksville. As always, thank you to my subscribers in particular for watching. Really appreciate it. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like, or always appreciate that. Leave a comment below. Share the video, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching Brooks, and until next time, we'll see ya. Adios.